in the kitchen. Something about sweet and skinny. Do those two things really even go together?
Something about not sharing. That's all I can tell you, Brittany. Stay over there.
All right, I can't come to the other studio?
Come on in. My mama taught me how to share. Sweets that aren't too tough on your waistline, yeah, sounds too good to be true, but cookbook author Marisa Churchill grew up here in Phoenix, and she's returned with her new cookbook titled that, Sweet and Skinny. Say it ain't so.
That means guilt-free, right?
It does. You know, this is the thing. Dessert should be enjoyable. You shouldn't feel guilty while you're eating it.
Yeah.
And there's some great tips that I'm going to give you guys today to make that happen, especially, come on, it's summertime season, swimsuit season. We're worried about those things.
You laugh, Kaylee.
I'm especially worried about the swimsuit season, I'll tell you.
Well, but you know, we were also talking about this. We're talking about the health aspects as well.
And there are so many things that are artificial in our foods, and you're all about natural.
Exactly. That's the thing that's really important, I think, is, you know, you want to be healthy.
Sure.
We're not just talking about trying to lose some weight. We're talking about being healthy and leading a healthy lifestyle, and some tips that can get us there. So we've got a couple of recipes today from the cookbook. One from the desserts in a hurry section, which is great if you're busy. This one actually only takes about 10 minutes to make.
So let's show the finished product right here.
Yes.
This is the mousse.
This is the spiced chocolate mousse with olive oil and sea salt.
Oh,
it sounds so decadent, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Look how delicious it looks. How do we get there?
Okay, so the way we get there, really simple. We're going to start out with a whipped topping. Now you can, if you want to save yourself a little time, you can use a whipped topping like a Cool Whip, but in the book I also have a recipe for a mock whipped cream that just uses reduced fat evaporated canned milk, a little bit of sugar, and gelatin. That'll only take you about 15 minutes of extra time, but if you don't want to take the time, you can do that.
How much easier is it to make your own whipped topping versus just buying store-bought?
Well, this is more, it's more if you want to be completely natural. It doesn't take you that much extra time. It's just a little bit of patience. Now we have a tiny bit of melted chocolate here that we've just blended with a little bit of water, melted that together. We're going to go ahead and whisk those two, and then we're going to add in cocoa powder. So this is another great tip. Not using all chocolate, adding cocoa powder in as well. Chocolate's great because it's actually high in antioxidants, but the cocoa powder, which still has the antioxidants, doesn't have all the fat.
Sure.
So that's a great way to
Can I lick the whisk after?
Well, then, I think that you've got to do some work here. Let's see, we've got some more cocoa powder that has to go into this. Keep whisking there, sir.
I got to work for my
You've
lips
got to
around
work
here.
for it. I think that's fair, don't you?
Totally think it's fair.
There we go.
And then is this cinnamon? Is that the next ingredient here?
That's right. We've got a little bit of cinnamon and a little bit of cayenne pepper. That, if you want to go ahead and toss that
Can I
right
just dump
on
it in?
Go
Yes,
ahead,
just
go
dump
ahead.
it right on in there. Perfect.
Got a little on my tie, but that's all right. Snacks for later. Snacks for later.
And perfect. You've got that nicely blended there.
Good.
There you go. The whisk for you, sir. Job well done.
Everybody looks over. Is he really going to?
Is he going to do it? And then you just spoon this into little serving cups.
Serious? It's that easy.
It's that simple. It's that simple.
Now, that looks a little hardened over there.
Well,
do you have to refrigerate
you don't
it?
have to, you can't. I made that last night because I was a little bit worried about whether or not we would, you know, I'd have the time to make it ahead of time and have it set up. So it's ideal to have it like this. Also traveling in the car here, didn't know how warm it was going to be this morning. So ideally, you actually don't want to set it up in the fridge overnight. You don't really need to prepare it ahead of time. And then right at the time you've got it just like that, we can actually just drizzle a tiny little splash of olive oil on top of this. And
that gives it some extra flavor, huh?
It does. It really does. Olive oil and chocolate is a great combination. I also really love sea salt. If you love that kind of sweet, salty combination, like chocolate-covered pretzels, something along those lines.
Give that to Kaylee.
Oh, you are a giver.
Here we go.
Are you feeling guilty about that?
No,
whisk?
because I'm going to take the three things over there.
You know
what
what
are
those are?
things?
And we don't have time to get into the recipe, but it's in the book. Those are, what, peanut butter and jelly cookies?
They are peanut butter and jelly cookies.
And they are delicious,
They are
let me tell you.
Oh my gosh.
Where can we pick up your book?
Well, the book is available everywhere. Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, Borders. You can also order it directly through my website, which is just marisachurchill.com. And the other thing that's great about these PB&J cookies is these are one of about 30 recipes in the book that can be also made sweet and sugar-free using Truvia natural sweetener, which comes from the stevia plant. So again, it's safe for diabetics, something that they can use. And again, we just use egg whites instead of whole eggs, cream cheese in place of part of the butter.
Marisa,
there you go.
So yummy.
We love it.
It doesn't taste diet at all. Thank you for that.
You're so
I want to say have a great day, guys. We leave you with a live shot out.